have it going over on mine too.
Barb has done just amazing this year. She, as if she doesn't already have enough to do, she has become the director of recruitment for the Miss Wheelchair America organization because she stalks people. I'm convinced most of them say yes. I'll do it just to get her off their back. And after she crowns Danielle, she will become the vice president of the Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania program.
My turn to give my speech.
Yeah.
All right, this is my farewell speech. Be prepared, it's a little bit sappy, but would you expect otherwise? So I can't believe 10 months went by as quickly as it did. I remember when I was newly injured at 21, a month seemed to take an eternity to pass by. These last 10 months have been the most fulfilling 10 months of my entire life. Sure, losing 100 pounds was fulfilling. Sure, finding peace of mind with all the loss I endured was fulfilling. Sure, finding out what a true friend is fulfilling. But being Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania was fulfilling in ways I never dreamed of. I have to be honest, I went into this experience completely and utterly ignorant to a lot. I didn't know wheelchair bound wasn't acceptable to say. I didn't know handicapped shouldn't be used. I didn't know any struggles people who are visually impaired or hearing impaired dealt with. And I didn't understand 100% the contract I was about to sign. I honestly didn't think I would win. Yet here I am. The day I was crowned, I never saw my dad so proud of something I did in my life. That's all I ever wanted. I knew he wanted me to graduate college, and life felt at that happening for us. Here's my brother, a doctor, my sister, which her resume is also very intimidating. Megan cut half of it out. And me, ultimately, a college dropout, not by choice, but a college dropout nevertheless. My dad wanted me to walk again, and I accepted it wasn't going to happen long before him. I knew I failed to make him proud once again. I was hoping he'd come to terms with me never walking again in his own time, though. I knew in my soul it was never going to happen. Why waste my short time frustrating myself, trying to do something I physically knew was not possible? It wasn't easy accepting that. My mom dying, my fiancé losing his mind, and my severe depression. But I managed to accept it all, yet I still didn't feel like my dad was proud. Winning this title, I got the best gift I could have ever got, a proud father. Everything that followed was an added bonus. Whoever is about to win this title, be prepared for your life to change in ways you never thought possible if you truly put yourself out there by stepping out of your comfort zone and putting the time, energy, and heart into it. Seeing how proud my dad was that day, I was going to give him something to be prouder of, my legacy with this title. I chose to do this full time because I was physically able to do it since I didn't work or go to school. Why not make the most out of this short opportunity? Locally, everyone recognizes me, and when they ask if I'm the girl in the paper and he's around, he gets such a big smile on his face. I overheard him telling someone that I'm a full-time advocate now. I now had something to describe what I'm doing when people asked, "So do you work or go to school?" Before I said, "No, I'm just existing." You know what else happened since I won? My sister and I actually have a better relationship. When you're 17 years apart from your sibling, let's face it, it's naturally just hard to relate to one another. Now, our conversations are about Miss Wheelchair stuff, advocacy stuff, instead of the latest Kardashian news, which we still talk about too. Who would have ever thought? Marsha, I know Mom is so proud of you for stepping up and making this whole year possible for me. for doing what you needed to do and to make all the traveling for different opportunities possible. I can only hope you gain as much as I have these last 10 months, and I think you have. To think, all this is because of Mary Lou letting me know Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania was a thing because of a press release she saw in the newspaper. My reign consisted of me traveling through and to 7 different states, traveling a total of 20,000 miles for 68 different appearances. Whoever is about to be crowned, know that you don't need to do all of that. Early on in my reign, I met the current reigning Miss Universal, Kristina Marinkovich, and she told me advice that I decided to listen to. She told me to say yes to every opportunity that comes your way as long as you can do it, because you never know who you will meet at that event and what other doors will be open for bigger opportunities in your life. And she was right. Saying yes to some of the appearances have led to amazing things for me. So I pass that advice on to the winner today. If you're able to say yes to every opportunity that comes your way, because you never know what may transpire from that opportunity. Since being crowned, I put more work into my YouTube channel that I started the month before I was crowned, and now I have over 700 subscribers. My goal is to one day have to be monetized to post YouTube videos. That goal looks pretty obtainable if I continue doing what I'm doing. Since being crowned, I have discovered so much about myself I never knew existed, because I was never presented with the opportunity to know these things existed within me. Dedicate this year to yourself, growing as a person, fighting for what you believe in, and learning more about who you are. Danielle, earlier this year, whenever I crowned Junior Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania, I presented her with a necklace while keeping a promise to her. I'm going to do the same with you today. This necklace is simply to remind you of the promise I made in front of everyone on your special day. I promise to always be the best sister I can be. I promise to let you know of any and all appearances that you can attend and give you the opportunity. I promise to not be selfish with my connections. My connections are now your connections, and your connections are now my connections. We will work together as a strong sisterhood here in Pennsylvania. I will always be here to help you any way that I can, and please don't hesitate to call me whenever you need anything. With that being said, I will wrap up my farewell speech. I don't want to make it too long. I just want to thank my family first and foremost for making this year possible for me. I want to thank the handful of friends who have stuck by my side since the beginning of my injury. I want to thank my attendant, Cheryl, for being a trooper these last 10 months, for all the early mornings and being reliable beyond words. I want to thank my community for being as supportive and generous as they have been. And I want to thank my mom. Though she's not here physically, I know that she would definitely be with me this whole entire year. I know me winning this and experiencing all that I have would have made her life. And because I don't think things happen without reason, something that I originally thought that was very scary this week that ended up being okay, I believe it was a sign. And I should also thank Russ in this speech, who was my ex-fiance. Most people would hate their ex-fiance and not want nothing to do with them. But the simple fact is, I wouldn't be sitting here in front of you all without him. He stopped me from trying to kill myself. He begged me to live for him, and he gave me something to want to live for when I couldn't even see a reason. So even though he probably will never hear this or see this, I just want to thank him for saving my life and being my rock when I needed one the most. I'm excited for whoever ends up being the next Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania, because I know how much this will change your life in such a positive way. Also, well, that's not even happening because the other girl didn't show up, so whoever didn't show up, you can compete next year. Just because my reign is over today doesn't mean I won't be involved with the organization. I am blessed to have been asked by the National Board to be their Director of Recruitment and asked by Megan to take over the position as Vice President of Miss Wheelchair Pennsylvania. These organizations have given me so much personally, and I am excited to be able to give back to them. Good luck to you all, and I'm excited to work with you all. Our 900th hug. It's possible, I promise.